Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Joe Pareca, local real estate agent here in the Claremont and greater area, and I wanted to make a video today that talks about the importance of getting pre-approved. In this video, I'm going to talk about why it's important to get pre-approved. We're going to go over about 6 or 8 different points on what the value is behind getting pre-approved before you do anything. So stick around, and I hope you learned something from this video. And as always, please take a moment to like and subscribe if you enjoy this content. Let's get right into it. So the first topic I want to bring up on the importance of pre-approval is one of the most important, and it's called budget clarity. And it's exactly as it sounds. Picture this, imagine going to the grocery store or going to buy a new car, except you don't know how much money you have in your pocket. Well, it's going to make it really difficult to find the right product or products that fit your budget that will also fit the need that you're looking for. It's really, really important to have a good idea of what your true budget is. Of course, you can go online and you can use different mortgage calculators and payment calculators. You can sort of estimate the debt that you have and arrive at a loose conclusion, but you really can't get a true idea of budget until you have a mortgage professional look at all of your financial data and then put together a pre-approval package that really shows you the best loan product and also what your monthly payment will be and therefore what your overall purchase price can be. Think about it this way. Have you ever gone to look at a home and it's the home of your dreams, but you realize that it's just out of your budget? How does that make you feel? And wouldn't it be nice to know kind of where to start and where to stop when it comes to looking for different priced homes? That's just one reason why getting a pre-approval first is so important. This takes me to point number 2, competitive advantage. And this is a really, really important one, especially when markets are tight and inventory is low. Think of it this way. Put yourself in the shoes of a seller. And if you had 2 offers on your property from viable buyers, yet one of those buyers didn't have a pre-approval letter and the other buyer did have a pre-approval letter, who do you think would be more suitable to buy your home? Who do you think is a stronger buyer? And this is where it becomes really important. When there's limited inventory and lots of properties are receiving multiple offers, it is crucial to be able to submit your pre-approval letter with the offer. Yes, sometimes you can submit the pre-approval letter within a few days after submission of the offer, but you only get one chance for that first impression. This takes me to my third point. Time is money. We're all familiar with that, and having a pre-approval letter already on hand allows you to make strong offers very quick. This kind of piggybacks off the last segment that we had. In this market, with low inventory, houses typically sell really quickly, usually within the first 1 to maybe 2 weeks. And there's going to be competition on those houses. If you have a pre-approval letter, you know what budget you have, you know what your payment will be, and it gives you the ability to submit offers quickly and make them very, very strong. We'll also talk about some of the other points about why it makes your offer stronger later on in the video. Speed and speed to an offer can be the difference between you landing the home of your dreams and letting it slip past you. And in a world where getting a pre-approval letter is not that difficult, it's no cost, and most lenders can do it in about a day or 2, it's definitely something that you should have before you go looking for a home. And this brings me to my 4th point, avoid disappointment. Picture this, you're browsing the internet one day and you finally see the home of your dreams. It's in the perfect location, the perfect neighborhood, and the perfect style. You immediately reach out to your real estate agent, ask for an appointment to go see the property, and you fall even more in love once you're at the home. Unfortunately, you then realize that it's out of your budget. How did that make you feel? And what was your experience with that? That's one thing that you can avoid with having a pre-approval letter. You don't want to experience that heartache of letting the perfect home slip past you simply because you weren't ready, especially when you can prepare yourself rather easily. This brings me to my 5th point, negotiating power. Again, in a tight market, you need to make strong offers. And when you go to the negotiating table and you can demonstrate to the seller that you've already been approved for a loan for their property, that's going to make them feel a lot more confident with picking your offer. Remember, a pre-approval letter says that you're already approved for X amount of money. Essentially what happens is the mortgage broker or mortgage lender does a very deep dive into your credit and financials, as we discussed previously in this video, and they make a determination that they are willing to lend you X amount of money regardless of the property. This is great because when you submit a letter with full loan approval to a seller, they already know that a mortgage broker is going to give you a loan. This ups the confidence of the seller in your offer and actually makes your offer stronger without you having to raise the offer price. And this is just one reason that pre-approvals are really important. In fact, I've had buyers able to negotiate a better deal and a better price on a house because they did have a strong pre-approval letter. This takes me to point number 6, a smooth process. Yes, I know, I've heard it before. So many people complain about the amount of documentation that needs to be signed, submitted, both to escrow, the lender, myself, the real estate agent. Trust me, there's a lot going on in the escrow process. And when you have 30 days to close an escrow, there's a lot you need to do as a buyer. One of the things that you can do is get a pre-approval. What this does is this definitely streamlines the process once you do find a home. Things are more calm, it's easier to digest, and chances are things are just going to be a whole lot smoother. When you go ahead and get a pre-approval and further that by getting a full loan approval, you're going to make your lender's job easier, your job as the buyer easier, escrow's job easier, and your agent's job easier. Everything will just be much more simpler, and you'll probably have a better grasp on what's going on in the whole process as well. And this takes me to my next point, avoiding delays. Again, to piggyback off our last point, we talked about efficiency and streamlining the process. And what that means is if you're working with a good lender that is experienced, if you have a full approval, you can close that loan in as little as 14 days. 17 days is no problem, 21 days becomes easy, and 30 days is a breeze. So that allows you to make more aggressive offers. If there's 2 buyers out there and they offer the same exact offer, but one needs 45 days for their escrow because they're not pre-approved, and the other buyer can close in 17 days because they're approved, who do you think the seller's going to go with? The best part of all is you didn't have to pay more for the property. When you're fully approved or pre-approved and you go to write your offer, you can lower the time that you need as the buyer to complete those contingencies. That makes your offer stronger because, again, you're able to expedite and simplify the process, but most importantly, for the seller. One of the main contingencies is inspection, and that means that you have the right as a buyer to inspect a home. Another contingency is financing, which is a really big one. And that says that you have X amount of days to obtain the loan. Well, if you already have a pre-approval letter, and better yet, if you're fully approved, you can submit your offer without a financing contingency. And that's something that not a lot of buyers are doing. And you can say, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, I don't need to worry about the loan. It's already done. Your odds of getting your offer accepted are significantly higher than the other offer. There you have it, folks. There's sort of a crash course on why it's important to get pre-approved first. I know there was a lot of information in this video, so if you do have any questions, please go ahead, pop them in the comments. I'd be happy to answer them. I'd just like to take this moment. Thank you for tuning in today. If you like this content, please do me a huge favor. Thumbs up this video. Please subscribe to my channel. And if you know someone that can find this information helpful, please share this content with them. And just remember, whether you're a first-time buyer, you've never bought real estate before, or you're a seasoned purchaser and bought several different homes, it's always a great idea to get pre-approved first. If you need help getting pre-approved, I can help you with that. I work with great lenders that have been in the business for a long time, and they can really break down the process and make it easy for you. Also, getting pre-approved doesn't cost any money. And if you come across a lender that is charging you money for a pre-approval letter, please reach out to me. I hope that video was useful to you. And if you did learn something, let me know down in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. As always, thanks for joining me. I'm Joe Parecka. I'll see you on the next video.